YouTube tarot reader, Lisa Lee, has been found using bad language during her twice-weekly live streams. In a shocking turn of events, it has also been discovered that she will not tell you what you want to hear, only what you need to know. The internet is in collective shock that authenticity is alive and well in this corner of the YouTube meta space. Do not watch if you are easily offended.
Hello, good evening, welcome everybody. Look, I've got a guest.
Hello.
This is my nibbling, my sibling's eldest child, because there isn't a word for non-binary niece, nephew. No, that it's nibbling.
So we made one.
No, nibbling is the word. It's
Oh,
not. I didn't make it up, so it's come from somewhere else. So Jay's going to be here for the first 10 minutes or so until we start doing the readings, which if you are a regular here, you know full well means I probably won't start readings for about half an hour because you know me. But anyway, good evening to Nanette. So hello, my darling. How are you? Happy holidays, everyone. Happy holiday to you, my darling. What do you do for Christmas in the States? Because I know, not Halloween. Thanksgiving's the big one. After Thanksgiving, is it just like Thanksgiving too? Ed's here. Ellis is here. Good evening, Ellis. Belinda's here. Good evening, Belinda. Seti, good evening, Reese. I hope you are well. Look at that. Ed's already started modding before I'd even come on stream. Patricia's here. Ed's here. Happy birthday, Seti. Yes. Oh, hang on. Happy birthday, Seti, love. You got to spend it with your peeps. I've got something in my eye. I think it's mascara because I used to. No, I can't wear them. I've got a dodgy eyeball.
I've got dodgy eyeballs.
The one of mine's the wrong shape.
Yeah, they can get contact lenses for that.
Oh,
My eyeballs are both the wrong shape, and I've got contact lenses.
oh! I didn't know they could do that these days.
Times, but you know, I've lost them multiple times, but that's not. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's not important.
Okay. I didn't know they did ones like that. Yes, so if you would like a reading, you can, in a minute, we'll start some readings, or I'll start some readings. You can go ahead and when open around, put them into the free, oh God, hang on, my brain. Let's do this again. Right. Housekeeping, she says, suddenly remembering how to do the doodahs. So,
The doodahs.
Tarot is for entertainment purposes only. You do make all of your own decisions about your own life. Tarot should never be used to replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counseling advice. If you're looking for support in those areas, please do seek out professionals in those areas. That's not me. I'm just a gifted amateur. Right. That being said, if you want, you can tell I've said that a few times. Yeah. If you would like a reading, there are two ways to get a reading on this channel. The first way is to wait until I open up a round. That is a free reading. You put your question in the live chat, starting with the word question, and I will grab one of those at random. However, if you want to guarantee your reading, send it through as a super chat of any amount. That will then come through on a different screen. If we get multiple super chats, we'll go through those one after the other until they're all done, and then we will do another free round. That's how that works. Right then, don't forget, what you say on the internet is on the internet forever. You could delete the channel. YouTube could go up in a puff of smoke. It will still be on the internet forever. So
it'll be in an archive somewhere.
Yep. So if you are maybe going to apply for a job in 5 years' time, maybe don't put a tarot question on that says, hi, Lisa, could you tell me if I'm going to get away with murdering my ex-wife tomorrow? Maybe don't do that. Don't do that. Or can you please tell me which bank is the best one to rob? Is it Halifax, Barclays, or NatWest?
Halifax.
I'm with Barclays. Rob Barclays as much as you want. I don't care. No, don't do that. Right?
So that. My money safe, thank you. Don't tell people to go rob Halifax.
Don't matter. They can take the physical money. Your money's all in numbers. Your money's all in ones and zeros on a computer somewhere. It doesn't actually exist. Money isn't real.
It does.
Money's not real.
No, of course not. How
It's
do I
just
pay for things then?
No, you pay for things through ones and zeros on your phone and through magnets.
It does exist.
No.
I wish. Oh, I should have brought my other thing with me now.
If I had a note on me, right? Oh yeah, no. Physical notes exist and coins exist, but
yeah, my money exists.
No, it doesn't.
Just stored as ones and zeros until I draw it out.
No, because you know the notes. It says on there, please pay to the bearer. It says that you promised to pay somebody £5. So that piece of paper is not a £5 note. No, a piece of £5 notes. No, all notes. It says I promised to pay the bearer the sum of £20, and that £20.
You can't write on banknotes. I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
It's printed on the banknotes. See, if anyone carry cash these days, you'll be able to see it.
I do carry cash just
But
occasionally.
It's printed on the banknotes. It says, I promise to pay the bearer the sum of £5, £10, £20, £50. Because the idea is that you gave them the piece of paper and they give that piece of paper to the bank, and the bank then exchanges that piece of paper for £5 in their account. And constantly, all you're giving people, all paper money and coins is an IOU for something that is made up. Like time is. Can you see? Look, can you see physically? This is like the meme of happening in real time. Yeah, money is energy, both good and bad. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's real life. Look, in actual real life, that's true. It says it on the notes, because it's actually what you effectively you're giving to shops is an IOU that this piece of paper is worth £20.
You're giving them 20 quid.
No, you're not.
You know, it's just a note that says 20 quid. You give them 20 quid. Then you walk out with whatever you bought.
What you're giving them is a piece of paper that when they pay it to a bank is worth £20. But if they're just holding that piece of paper, if I had a stack of paper notes here, right, or plastic notes that they are now, if I put a stack of notes there,
right,
they're not worth anything until I spend them.
But they are worth something.
No, not until you spend it, not until you give it to someone. So if I've got a stack of £20 notes, this is really interesting conversation, isn't it? If I've got a stack of £20 notes, say I've got 1,000 £20 notes, so I've got 20,000 promises of pounds, right?
Yeah.
That's all good, but it doesn't exist until I spend that £20,000. It's just pieces of paper. It's only when you exchange it that it has value. Because otherwise, why is that stack of paper differently valuable to this stack of paper? Like, why isn't this worth £20? Because this hasn't got
20 quid printed on it.
This isn't what's called a promissory note, which is what a piece of money is. It's a promissory note.
The Queen's face.
Yeah.
All the notes still have the Queen's face.
Yep. But that is actually what it is. Look, Patricia's saying, study what's printed on your banknotes. It actually says that.
I never normally look at the banknotes.
No, I know nobody does. But that's the really interesting thing, because a stack of you could have £20,000 in notes there. What's it worth to you? Can you eat it? No. Is it going to heat your house? Maybe if you burn it for about 5 seconds.
If you spend it, it heats
when you spend it, that's where the concept of money comes in.
It's already money. You're just spending the money. No,
it's not. It's just fancy pieces of paper.
With money.
It only has value when you hand it over. Why is, okay, Patricia, when you were kids, when you were young, Patricia, how much was... like really young, how much was the average price of, say, a car? Because I bet you now it will be a hell of a lot more these days. Like when your grandma and granddad were younger, they could have bought the house they were in for like £10,000, right? Exactly. But £10,000 then was
20,000 or something. No, that's like 200,000.
Yeah, their £10,000 then would have been a lot. It was a lot to them. But nowadays, that house is probably worth £150,000, £160,000 for the same house, because money changes. It changes.
Yeah, I know the value of the money changes,
but
it's still money. You still spend it; it still has value.
It only has value when you spend it.
No, but even if the value is ever changing, it still has some sort of value. It will have value to someone somewhere.
So if it's got value, why, when they discontinue a banknote and they bring out a new one, why do you have to hand them back to the bank? If that banknote is still worth the £20,
you could spend them. You're not technically meant to spend them because they've been discontinued, so you're not allowed to spend them.
But yes, Holland says, oh my gosh, hello, Lisa's nibbling. This is Jay, the nibbling. So when we've got a piece of paper, right? And it says, I promise you, I will start tarrying. When this piece of paper says it's £20, right? If that piece of paper, if the bank decides, the government decides that now we're going to have a piece of paper with the King's head on instead of the Queen's, and all Queen £20 notes aren't valid anymore, this piece of paper then becomes worthless. If you take it to the bank and swap it for a piece of paper with the King's head on, it's now still worth £20. But all it actually is
a different piece of paper.
Exactly. You're just handing a piece of paper for another piece of paper. All it is the promise of £20 worth of products to you. So if you go into Sainsbury's,
Yeah.
right, and you fill a trolley, and you fill a trolley, you
I
put
don't fill a trolley with 20 quid.
no, but you used to be able to. Seriously, a trolley full of shopping used to be 20 quid, 30 quid for a whole trolley full. Now, but if you put 20 cans of pop that are £1 each into a basket, and you take that to the checkout, if you've got an old piece of paper that's no longer valid, that just happens to have £20 on and a picture of the Queen on, and you give that to that person, it's no longer money. So it was when you were giving it, when somebody said, hey, Jay, thank you for working 26 hours. Here's your £20 wages.
That's not even £1 an hour.
Whatever it is, as an example, right? Here's your wage packet and it's got £20 notes in. At that point, that's worth £20 to you. But the minute the government says it's not valid, it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah.
So all it is a promise of...
Because until they say it's not valid, it is still money. It still has value.
Only when you spend it. Money only has value when you spend it.
It could sit in your wallet for 10 years. It will half and go, be tall.
Yeah, or it could sit in your wallet for 10 years and you could die and then it's worth nothing.
It would be if it's actual cash. People could steal your money if you die over 10 years.
Yeah, but say you die. Say there's a terrible accident and the bus you're driving gets knocked off. Merry Christmas, I know, right? But if you cease to be alive, that money only has value if someone else picks it up. It's got no value to you. All money is. Yeah, but all money is a promise of £20 worth of products. So this piece of paper, right? Here you go. Here's £20. You go, thank you very much. I can't do anything with it until I want to buy something.
Right.
So then you take it to somewhere else and you say...
You can't do anything with anything until you want to use it. Exactly.
So this doesn't have any money. The money doesn't exist.
This has no value. It's just a block of metal and glass until I actually want to use it.
Exactly. And money is the same. So money has no value in itself. It's only when it's basically bartering. What you are doing is saying...
You give someone something, they give you...
I will work in this place where people come in and give me pieces of paper and I give them hot coffees.
Yeah.
We call it a coffee shop.
In your case, a Costa.
We call it Costa. Exactly. In my case, a Costa, right? So there you are. Thank you very much. Here's a piece of paper. Here's a coffee in exchange. I then take this piece of paper and go to someone else and say, hello, could I please buy some coffee beans?
For some bread.
That's exactly what it is. But that's exactly what it is. That's where money came from. And why does gold have more value than lead?
Because it's shiny.
No, because it's rarer. It's less easy to find.
No, it's shiny.
But also because it's shiny. But yeah, so that's why. Anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome to the channel. Right. That's tarot reading for you, isn't it? Isn't it good?
Definitely.
So yeah, if you've just arrived, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for still watching. This is where we've gone off on a tangent. And luckily, Jay is also neurospacey. So you followed me on that tangent. So thank you for that. That's really cool. Right, you're gonna have to bugger off now because otherwise I'm not going to do any readings tonight. We'll just sit here and talk about the value of things. Would you like to exchange this gourd for 2 chickens?
What's a gourd?
Exactly.
I can exchange a vape without the thingy in it for 2 chickens.
That's probably quite a good deal, actually, seeing as 2 chickens are probably worth more than 1 single vape. You see, now you're getting the concept. But all it is, you go to work not an accountant's, because that's just dealing with things that don't exist either. But you go to work in Sainsbury's on a checkout, and your time, they give you a piece of paper that says you can exchange this piece of paper for other things. Actually, it's not. Sainsbury's are quite well paid anyway. That's why everything's so bloody expensive in Sainsbury's. £6.50 for a jar of coffee. See, again, coffee. £6.50 for a jar of coffee.
£6.50 for coffee.
That's how much they are now.
Who pays £6.50 for a jar of
I
coffee?
do, because it's coffee.
No, you don't pay £6.50 for a jar of coffee.
You do if you like coffee.
Yeah.
Exactly, because you drink hot chocolate.
Bitter.
It's lovely. That's why you put syrup in it.
No,
Anyway.
I drink Monster for caffeine.
Oh gosh.
Coffee if I feel like just absolutely murdering my taste buds. And hot chocolate if it's cold outside and I want it to be warm.
You realise, because this is going up on the internet, if you were ever found in a pile of your own bodily fluids, unconscious, with a jar of Nescafe sticking out of a gaping wound in your head, you know I'll be the prime suspect. Yeah. Right. Right then, bugger off. Go and enjoy whatever it is that young people do. Go and do a TikTok dance.
I don't do TikTok dances. You know this.
I know you don't do a TikTok dance, but help yourself to whatever. I think Uncle Rufus is still here. Otherwise, he's gone to the warehouse and not said hello. But yeah, go and do the things, and I will see you in about an hour and 40 minutes.
I'm probably going to go play Minecraft.
Okay, that's cool.
Have fun.
You can have a look at my Minecraft world if you want. I made a Costa. What a surprise.
I've seen the Costa.
All right.
Yeah, I've been around here before. I've seen the
I
Costa.
know. But play it on your phone. I'll play it on the PlayStation if you want. Whatever you want.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Love you.
Love you too.
Right, everybody. Who is this kid? This kid is my nibbling. They are a wonderful human being who is related to me, and who I love dearly, and is very so much like me. It's unbelievably, scarily unbelievable. So yeah, nibbling is the non-gendered term for your sibling's child, because you know you get like niece and nephew. Nibbling is what you call your sibling's child. So that was my nibbling, everybody. Welcome. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm on my second coffee already. I've just realized the banner's still on. Oh, so that was a really unexpected chat about money, but that was funny. I like that. So thank you, everyone. So let's see who's popped in. By the way, we are doing tarot readings, everybody. But no bathroom or running. Yeah, God, yes. Everyone's talking about the houses. You can purchase a house for 1 month. Say, oh yeah, but yeah. It's all different. It's all different. £3 a week to pay it off. Yep. This is it. You see, time changes, money changes, value changes, all changes, doesn't it? Times change. The times they are changing. Lalima, good evening to you. Seti, good evening to you. I do like the idea of going back to the barter system, which is effectively what we all do here, isn't it? It's what all kinds of commercialism is, just a fancy way of the barter system. But yes, Ellis, unfortunately, you don't think you'll own your own home until your parents pass away. Most of us are in that situation, my darling. Welcome to Star Trek. I know, right? Money having no sense. You have some nice aunts, but none as cool as Lisa. Thank you. That's lovely to hear. I'll be everybody's aunts, but not witchy aunt, because I think that's a YouTuber, isn't it? Everybody's saying good evening to everybody. Merry Christmas to everybody. Yes, so Merry Christmas to you if you celebrate Christmas. Hello, Peacock Rainbow Flower Beauty. Hello. Merry Christmas to you if you are celebrating. Merry Christmas to you. Happy Hanukkah if you are celebrating Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa if you are about to celebrate Kwanzaa. Happy full moon for tomorrow. Blessed full moon to you if you follow the full moons. Because it goes from, technically it's the 26th, 27th, 28th for the full moon, 27th being the day it's normally at its peak. And also, of course, belated solstice blessings if you celebrate the solstice. So whatever you celebrate, and if you celebrate Yule or Jule or Saturnalia, whatever you celebrate, good evening, welcome to everybody. Tonight, the members and the mods have decided that we are going to be using the Everyday Enchantment Tarot deck, which is by Poppy Palin. It comes in this big giant box with the big giant book. You know this deck, I've used it quite a few times. And we're going to be using the Vice Versa Tarot deck as well. That's the one that's double-sided. Oh, thank you. I know they're very cute. Very, 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 very cute. And they're just like I was at that age. Except with better taste in music, because they've already discovered like Nirvana and cool bands, whereas it took me until I was a little bit older to discover Nirvana and things. So yes, mainly because Nirvana weren't out when I was that age, but you know, because I'm old. Anyway, good evening, everybody. Let's do some tarot. So if you would like a tarot reading, let's crack on and get some cabs off the rank. Let's get some readings done. Have I said good evening to everybody? I think I have done. And I've said Christmas and holiday greetings to everybody. So good evening and greetings to you. And let me just get this deck out of the doodah. There we go. Got the deck. And of course, what would it be on a Tuesday? Sunday? Sunday. What would it be on a Sunday evening if we didn't bring in the lovely, lovely Wispy and say, thank you, Wispy, for joining us. We're going to be doing some tarot reading. Wispy is my air elemental dragon that I use for the tarot reading. So then, let's go. If you would like a tarot reading, I'm going to open up a round right now. All you need to do is go ahead and put your question into the live chat, starting with your word, the word question. So go ahead and do that now. I will pick one of those at random. If we get any super chats in, I will do those automatically. The super chats take priority, and if we get multiple super chats in, I will go through those until we're all done, and then we'll go for some more freebie readings. That's how all of that works on this channel. So go ahead, the round is open, and I'm going to play you a little tune, not a Christmas tune, but I'll play you a little tune with a little video just explaining all of what I've just said. Yeah. Oh, hello. Sorry, I don't know what's happening. I've got a spinny wheel of death again. Sorry, Belinda, it says I froze. Yeah, I've got a spinny wheel of death, even though we're connected via the Ethernet. So I don't understand what's happening. Okay, let me just, I'm back. Thank you very much. Hopefully, and we're not on the Wi-Fi now. I don't know what just happened. It's been happening a little bit. It's the Fae. I blame the Fae. Anyway, back in the room. Yes. So then we're going to do a tarot reading. It looks like I've got 2 questions in. So the easiest way to do it is we're going to toss the talisman. At least I would if I could find where they've gone. They were on the desk literally before the streams. Oh, they're there. They're there. It's me. Right then. So we've got Belinda and Peacock Rainbow. So we'll grab one of the talismans. And the way we do it when there's just 2 people that want a reading is we will toss the talisman. So I'm going to swap cameras. Hopefully this doesn't screw up the connection. Nope, it's good. All good. Well, look at that. My mascara. So who did I just say? We've got Belinda will be heads. So this is the air elemental. These are lovely talismans from Witch Casket. So Belinda will be heads, which is the symbol, and Peacock Rainbow will be the tail. Okay, so we always put it on the head to spin it, and then it landed on heads. It bounced off the thingy and landed on there. So Belinda, you've got your question up first, my darling. Let me show that on the screen. Take the banner off, and then where's it gone? There we go. Hit the start and go into the star page. There we go. Fabulous. So seeing as we are here, it is time to cleanse the spell. Warning if you are ding-a-linging sensitive to bells. Wispy, my friends, let's get in. Let's do some readings. So then, Wispy, Belinda would like to know, what does the future hold for Belinda? Is there a message for Belinda? What is coming for Belinda? Let's have a little look. We'll have a look, my darling. Peacock Rainbow Flower Beauty, just hold on in there, my darling. We will open up another round shortly. There we go. Right then, Wispy. So what does the future hold for Belinda? Let's have a look. So we're going to do the where you are now, what you need to know, and what opportunities are coming up. Okay. So then, Wispy, let's do one more round. 2, 3, and 4. I'm doing this one as flat on as I can so that we don't see the cards. Right then, so because of this deck, we're going to go this way, Wispy, and we're going to cut the deck. Why am I putting my hand over it? Because this deck is the vice versa deck, and this has pictures on both sides. Oh, is that it? Is it fallen? Yep. So then, your 3 cards. Where are you now? What do you need to know? And what is the opportunity? Okay, right. So, Belinda. Oh, my darling, I don't think it's been a very good time for you recently. It doesn't feel like it's been a very good time at all. So we've got the 3 of Swords. This is often called the Heartbreak card for obvious reasons. In this case, the heart is on a shield, but you've got the 3 swords going through it. So it is talking about there being a lot of, not calamity, but a lot of stress and a lot of heartbreak basically at the moment. Now, what I will say is this is reversed. So it feels like it is in the past and it is something that you are recovering from, because you can see here that the swords have gone through the shield. They haven't actually hurt the person that was holding the shield. We've got the knight here who seems to be sat down with their helmet off, just looking at it and contemplating life, the universe and everything. So I think this is saying, Belinda, that where you are now is in that recovery phase from a really big disappointment. Okay, so that disappointment could be romantically, it could be in work, it could be in whatever excuse me, whatever area it is in life. It feels very much like you are kind of in that recovery mode, as I say. So whatever's happened, leave it in the past, let that go, and just kind of let that be, because what you need to know right now, we've got the 5 of Pentacles. Now this is, for those of you that know the tarot, this is how it's often depicted. Okay, so we see the person normally depicted as either a beggar or someone that's down on their luck or someone that's been cast out, and you see them in the snow with this stained glass type image, because the idea is that this person is outside of the church begging for help because of money issues, right? So the 5 is turmoil, upheaval, and this person is outside because of those events. However, you've got it this way around, Belinda, which means that actually you are on the inside, and although financially you're not destitute, you're not in this position, and from the outside you would be considered to be fairly okay. Actually, it's like for you, it feels like you are losing everything. For you, it feels just as difficult a time for somebody that is kicked out on the street. Does that make sense, my darling? The reason I'm saying that is because, look, we've also got this lantern. Now, this is very reminiscent of the Hermit's lantern, and the lantern is always looking for light. Okay, that's the clue of the lanterns. It's always looking for light, always looking for a way out. So this is saying that whatever's going on, whatever this turmoil is financially or work-wise, I don't think it's leaving you out on the streets. I don't think it's leaving you cast asunder, but I do think it's giving you a bit of a headache, and I do think it's something that you're looking for a way out of. Okay, so whatever this is, whatever this disappointment that's happened, it's like you're still trying to find your path out of that. You're still trying to get the information that will help you. In the opportunity card, now this is really interesting because we've got the 4 of Swords. Okay, now for me, like, this side around is more of the standard image, right? Person sleeping, 4 swords, they've nodded off and these swords are just hanging over them. But when we flip it, we get an interesting story. Okay, so this card is saying that, yes, for me, the fours are talking about stability. They're talking about, you know, things being stable, ongoing, things being safe and secure because of the four table legs. Swords is your trouble and strife suit. So it's saying that there is some upheaval going on. But where this opportunity comes in, it's like, I think it's saying that you need to address some priorities in your life right now, and certainly going into next year, you need to look at the priorities, because although it feels like you are in a really shit situation, to be honest, and it feels like you are really kind of going through it, actually, comparatively, you're doing really well. And comparatively, although this is a difficult time, it could be a lot worse. And where the opportunity comes in, it comes in to actually wake you up and to give you this warning of dire, worse things to happen coming on the horizon, right? If you don't wake up. So it's like, although this is bad, the opportunity is saying you've got time to change your life, to make some changes, to have things go a different way if you want. You don't have to have this stability, this stuck in a rutness. This is a good time to take what you've learned from this disappointment and move forward in a really positive way. This isn't you napping and letting the world just pass you by. In this position, it's saying, look, you've got this opportunity to wake up, see what's actually happening, see the things coming to you, coming towards you before they arrive, and take those actions. Okay, it doesn't say that everything's going to come out rosy, but what it is absolutely saying is that you basically, if you make those changes, if you do the things that you've wanted to do and make those alterations that you've wanted to alter, then you get to avoid this fate. And actually it's about, there's a term in counseling where it's called reframing, right? And quite often something has to end in order for something to begin, right? And quite often at the time of things ending, you don't realize that it's a positive, because in that moment, it's like right now, this person is napping. Oh, I've been woken up. I'm really grumpy because I really needed sleep and I was exhausted. Okay, that's bad. However, now you're awake, you can get away from the bloody fire, because, you know, that's a really big, important thing. So it's reframing the initial thing of, you know, being woken up and being made aware of a situation whilst everything is stable. Excuse me, I've had a frog in my throat all day. Being woken up while things are stable and stuck in a rut and the same old, being snapped out of that will give you that impetus to move forward in a positive way next year. I hope that helps, my darling. I really, really, really do. But thank you ever so much for your question. And as I say, I hope that gives you a little bit of help. Anyway, right, let's have a look in the chat. So let's come back to the other camera. So yes, as I say, I really do hope that helps, my darling. It does feel like this is quite a pivotal time for you in terms of having the ability to move forward, if that makes sense. Hang on. Heartbreak is losing your mum in September. You're due to inherit, but you're torn what to do with it and the opportunity to take a leap. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, my darling. And listen, I had a friend round the other day for coffee, and she lost her mum this year, and she was saying that it's hitting home in a way she didn't expect. And obviously I lost my mum nearly, well, it'd be 8 years ago next year. And it is hard and it is difficult, and it will be a rough time coming up. But as you say, that you don't want the inheritance because you'd rather have your mum. But if it's got to happen, you know, if your mum has to pass and that chapter is ended, then you've got an opportunity coming up that you don't want to have. I completely get it. You don't want that opportunity, but you've got an opportunity coming up for you to make some changes. And I think that's absolutely what that is talking about. So yeah, thank you ever so much for your question. I hope, if you are still celebrating Christmas tomorrow, I hope you have as good a day as you possibly can. And obviously, we wish you all the very best, my darling. And I hope that I've got the feeling that next year's going to turn out a lot better. I've got a feeling that next year is kind of that that pivotal year. Sometimes we get what I call a nexus year, right? Which is when you look back, you go, oh, that was when it all changed. And quite often when we're going through it, we can't see, as we're going through the day-to-day event, we can't see that this is when everything changes. But when we look back, we go, oh, I get it now. And I've got a feeling for a lot of us, next year is going to be that year. So yeah, hopefully, my darling, there are good things yet to come. And with that, I wish you nothing but the very best. And again, we're all with you. Those of us that are lost parents, we're all with you in terms of how you feel. And just take it day by day over the Christmas period, my darling. Even if you don't celebrate, do something nice. As I said to my friend, make space for your mum at Christmas, even if she's not going to be there. And what I mean is, don't like put a place setting down and all of that. But if she had a favorite drink, give her a bit of a favorite drink. Just kind of make a toast using that drink. I've got a bottle of port that I don't even think it's drinkable. It's probably about 10 years old. But I've got that in a cupboard, and I will pour some lemonade with it, and I will have a little toast, and I might take a little sip of it. I can't stand port, but I'll have a little sip of it for my mum because that was her drink. And I'll do that on Christmas Day as a little way of just including the memory and including her spirit in the day. So yeah, my darling, do something like that if you want to. It just helps you feel that she's still around, because of course the energy is. Anyway, my darling, hopefully that helps. And yeah, I'm going to move on to the next question. So then let's have a look, everybody. If you would like a tarot reading done, please do go ahead, put your question into the live chat, starting with the word question, and I will read one of those. I will pick one of those, at random. If you aren't picked, please select and copy your question, and when I open up the next round, feel free to hit that Control V button to think then, and paste it into the chat. Also, don't forget, if you want to send it as a super chat, you can send that through, and that will come directly through to me, and that will queue jump you and mean that you get your reading next. If we get multiple super chats, I'll go through all of them in turn. But here we go. This is the time. Get your questions in now, everybody. The round is opening. Do the things while I play the thing. Yes, indeed. Let's have a look at the live. We've got no questions in. No questions in. Right. Well, in that case, we might be finishing super early tonight. If no, thank you. Thank you, computer. If nobody wants a question tonight, then we might be finishing super early. Let me just see. 1 second. Computer. Studio. No.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Hang on. I messed up. Computer. YouTube fan on. Oh, Ellis has put one on. There we go. Sorry, it's warm in here with this jumper on, although it is a lovely festive jumper, as you can see. There we go. Hopefully you can hear me okay again. Right, Alice, my darling, what do you need to prioritize or work on for next year? Okay, I'll tell you what, we'll use the Poppy Palin deck. We'll use that one. I've got your question. It's just come through now, my darling. That's absolutely fine. I've got your question. So then, Ellis, go ahead and hit the refresh button, because I've got a feeling you might be a little bit stuck on the YouTube, a little bit behind. Excuse me. Yeah, I think when it did the little spinny wheel of spinniness, I think it might have just you might just need to hit the refresh button just to catch up. Right then. So then I'm going to swap the cameras. Here we go. I do apologize, everyone. My throat is really tickly today. But let's go ahead and cleanse the space between readings, and we'll bring in Wispy with the lovely wind chimes. So then, Wispy, Ellis would like to know, What do they need to prioritize or work on for next year? What does Ellis need to prioritize? Hang on, I pressed it. There we go. What does Ellis need to prioritize or work on for 2024? First of all, Wispy, can you believe it's 2024 already? Can you believe it, Wispy? 2024. We should have flying cars by now. I'm sure we would do those in 2020, according to Tomorrow's World. Oh my God, I nearly said Look North. Look North is the BBC News programme. Tomorrow's World is what I meant. You all knew what I meant. I'm sure you did. Right then, so Wispy, what does Ellis need to work on or prioritize for next year? That's what we're going to do. We're going to do you the we'll do the same one, where you are, what you need to know, and what the opportunities are. Okay, that's what we'll do for you, Ellis. Here we go. Where's the drop going? This is the Poppy Plane. Oh, hang on. Ellis has just sent a £5 super sticker. So, Ellis, that came in just as I was about to do this. So, Wispy, we're going to do the inverted triangle for Ellis. Okay, the 6-card inverted triangle. Do you want me to? Are we happy with that cut? I think we're happy with that cut. There's nothing else falling. Right. So, here we go then, Ellis. Thank you for that super chat. That's lovely. Right. So, where you are. 5 of Cups reversed. What you need to know, we have the 10 of Wands. A lot going on. And then what the opportunity is. We've got the 2 of Cups. Oh, Ellis. A little bit of boom chicka wawa. A boom chicka wawa. I know, right? I need to get out more. I really do. I know this. You're all thinking it. Hang on, let me move these up because I need to get 3 layers. And these are really big tarot cards. Right. So then, here we go. Connective tissues. We've got another 10. Wow. Okay. 10 of coins coming in. And we've got more coins. The Queen of Coins coming in. And the root of it all, Wispy, we have the 7 of Cups. Wow, not a single major. And 3 of 6 are cup cards. That's interesting. So let's go through it. We'll move these down for a second. So then, the where you are now card, the 5 of Cups. So you heard me say on the last reading, the 5s are all about turmoil, change, upheaval, that sort of thing, right? So the 5 of Cups is talking about there being a lot of change, a lot of regret, looking backwards into the past, not really realizing the things you've got moving forward, right? So I think there's a little bit of disappointment with how the year's gone, a little bit of regret, a little bit of all of those situations where you're like, overall, it's been a pretty meh year. It's not been great. I haven't done what I wanted. And it kind of feels like you're, again, looking back, but because this card is reversed, I think you're taking it, I wouldn't say too far, but I think you're getting really down that rabbit hole of sort of everything's gone shit, everything's negative. It's like you're really focusing on the negative side. But the thing is, when we look at the card, yes, these 2 pots have been knocked over, they're falling, they're on the floor, but these 3 are upright and vibrant and beautiful. And it's actually saying that, yes, there's been some shitty times, there's been some mistakes, there's been some heartache, there's been some problems along the way, but actually you've also come through it, and you've also gained a lot this year, and I don't think you're realizing what you've gained. And this is that thing of sometimes when we look back, we can only focus on the things that we didn't achieve rather than the things that we did, or the things that, maybe you didn't get that 7 salary job, 7 salary career this year. Maybe you didn't get that. However, maybe you got a job that you liked, or you know what I mean? There's different ways of focusing. I love the fact that we've got the crow and the dog, and then we've got this, which is actually a tree spirit, although it does look like a ghost coming out of the grave. It's actually a tree spirit that's coming through. We've obviously got the weeping angels. I mean, the statue there, it's a weeping angel. We all know it. But it really is talking about that element of kind of looking back at the year that was and looking at the missed opportunities rather than focusing on the opportunities that you had. In the what you need to know, we've got the 10 of Wands. You're taking on too much, my darling. You are taking on too much. So the 10 is when things are overflowing. I think you are trying to meet too many targets. You're trying to achieve too much. You're trying to focus on what is, you know, what your goals are, what your intentions are. You're trying to focus on all of this and get everything done and achieve your maximum and fulfill your potential and all of this stuff. But what's actually happening is it's stopping you get anything finished because there's so much going on. You've got so many fingers and so many pies that it feels like it's just a bit much. And, you know, there's deadlines, there's things you want to do. You've got your phone ringing, you're drinking coffee, it's late at night. You've got this little imp type character around you going, have you done this? Have you done that? I think there's an awful lot here that is saying you just need to stop, just pause. Like 10 o'clock at night and you're still in the office working. Now, I don't know whether that bit's relevant, but it's talking about, you know, it's fine to put effort into things. It's fine, especially in terms of Wands, which is confidence and self-improvement and, you know, your sense of who you are and all of that. And it's great to go on that journey of discovery and to learn about who you are and who Ellis is and what Ellis wants and where Ellis is going. But sometimes you can do a deep dive and it gets too much. Sometimes you just need to like take a chill pill. Do you know what I mean? And I think that, God, that is such an old phrase. I do apologize. I've aged myself horrendously then. But genuinely, I think that what this is saying is what you need to know is that, listen, you're going to burn out, my friend. You are going to burn out. I think you need to just take the foot off the accelerator a little bit. In the opportunity, the 2 of Cups. So there is romance coming up. So when you're talking about what do you need to prioritize next year, maybe the answer is not work or not study. Maybe allow yourself a little bit of free time. Allow yourself a little bit of you time. Allow yourself a little bit of time to not be thinking about targets and things and, you know, achievements and all of that. Allow yourself some time to just go with the flow, because it feels like this 2 of Cups is coming in next year, right? This is the opportunity that's coming. You're asking what you need to prioritize, spending time with friends. Now, the 2 of Cups specifically is the Spice Girls card. When to become one. That's what it is, right? It's about coming together. Now, I often say that the 2 is about a couple coming together. Could be good friends, could be, you know, a new soulmate, bosom buddy, but normally it's about romance. Normally it's about finding somebody, not just for the not just finding, oh, I was going to play it then. There we go. That took a long time. It probably wasn't worth it, was it? But, you know, it's not about finding that quick sort of you know what I mean, a quick shag. It's not about that. This is talking about finding somebody that at least is a relationship for a while. Maybe not the one, but the one for right now will do. The connective tissue we've got between the 5 of Cups, thinking things have gone badly and not focusing on the positive, and the 10 of Wands. We've got the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Coins reversed. So Coins is about work, career, finances. It's Pentacles in other decks. This one is you can see this person's got a Santa hat on. It's been are they giving the coins to the kids? Are the kids giving the coins to granddad, Santa, pops, whoever? There's all of this going on. Is this a painting in the background? We don't know, but it's all family related. There's a lot of stuff. But this is actually talking about, when it's reversed, I think when you're looking back over this year, I think you have been focusing a lot on career-wise, work, money, finances. Now, I know that for a lot of us, it's been a really tight year financially, like really, really horrendous. I've cut a lot of subs out this year. Subscriptions, not subscribers. I've cut a lot of subs out this year because, quite frankly, I can't afford. I've just cancelled my PS Plus on the PlayStation because I don't use it enough to warrant spending £100 on gaming with other people. I don't use it that much. So I think this has been a focus for you, is financially and about getting a new job, getting a better job, finding that leveling up the career. And that is what's connecting this disappointment with this stress that you're going through right now. So whether that is work, searching for work, searching for the right work, it feels like that is been the biggest hurdle for you in the last year. What we've got coming in, what we've got moving forward, we've got the Queen of Coins. Now this is such a positive card. It's very similar. The Queen of Coins is a very similar vibe to the Empress, and you all know how much I love the Empress, but this is even more earth mothery because it's literally, she's grown these crops and everything in her own garden. She's got like a little city farm or whatever with some chickens. I've been watching a lot of Prison Disabled H. She's got some chooks, your flaming galah. She's got a goat, Drongo. And somebody's buying her produce, right? This is all talking about doing things that are nurturing to yourself, nurturing to the environment, but also very earthy based, right? And this is coming up, connecting your stress to your finding this person. So if there's something you can do that is career-wise, but is related to that sort of ethical, eco, farming, you know, that sort of green style of working and living, if there's something like that that you are wanting to focus into, lean into it this year. Lean into it. Don't worry about, you know, getting a better career in whatever. Lean into it. Thank you, Patricia. Yeah, thank you, Patricia. I'll have a look in a sec. I've just seen it ping up on my screen. So yeah, that is one of the areas you need to lean into. And the root of all of this, I think this year for you, I think you have really struggled to find purpose, more than love, more than anything else. I think it's purpose, because the Seven of Cups, normally it would relate to relationships and things, but this is giving me that. Oh, I think it is. I think it's purpose. You're not sure if you're on the right path for you. You're not sure if you're on the right, you know, you're following your calling. The reason I'm saying that is because we've got all of these colors here and all of this wonderful, but look, this tattoo artist has done the most amazing black and gray figure here. Does it need color? Why are all these colors on the desk? It doesn't need the color. And this is reversed. So there's a whole element of like indecisiveness and not knowing. And when we go down this line, it's career, right? This is a career line. This is going into happiness. So we take this one out of the equation and we look at the pattern. In the past, we've got the Five of Cups, like, although it's where you are now, it's looking back. We've got the 10 of Coins, this work pressure, financial pressure. It's reversed. It's something you've really struggled to deal with. And then we've got this 7 of Cups. Where do I go? Where do I fit? What do I want to do? Where is my life going? What is my purpose? And then from that, we get some suggestions. And look, negative, 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 positive, positive to come. Positive, lean into eco, green, ethical, all of that. All of that, lean into that career-wise, hobby-wise, small business-wise, grow your own crops, turn it into jam, whatever it is, lean into that. And that will also bring this 2 of Cups energy. This might be a new love, might be finding your purpose, your soul purpose. Do you know what I mean? With somebody else in some way. So it could be, but I do think it is love. I do think it is love, but it's linked in with your work, right? Head in that direction. Let this one go. And hopefully that helps, my darling. Hopefully that helps. That was me. That wasn't the system. I pressed the wrong button. So yes, hopefully, Alice, that gives you a bit of an idea of where to focus on. Focus on the ethical, focus on the career-wise in terms of, you know, doing what feels right, doing that thing that is the best for you. And especially if it's that earth mothery nurturing energy, make sure you follow that. Anne says, oh, good evening, my darling. I hope you are well. Thank you once again. Back once again with the Renegade Master. No, thank you once again for your generosity and for coming on and seeing us. I'll read your question in just a moment. Ellis, that's so good to know. You've been considering a job or volunteering in a sector that is outdoor and wildlife based. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And you've been struggling to decide if your purpose is in what I'm working in right now. Possibly not, my darling. Possibly not. It really does feel so. Volunteering is great. I volunteered with a few different people over the years. Hopefully I'll be going back into the same role that where Rufus volunteers occasionally, and hopefully I'll be able to do that depending on where my health is. Hopefully I'll be able to do some of that next year, even if it's just sitting down, you know what I mean? Hopefully I'll be able to do something. We'll see how the mental health is, see how the fibro is, see how everything's going next year, but hopefully I'll be able to do something next year. But you also need to get the bills paid. So volunteering is great, but if you can do it in a career fashion, that's a good option. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully that makes sense to you, my darling. And thank you ever so much for your question. And again, thank you for your super chat. All right then. Anne says it. Anne does. Had a big heart-opening experience with a friend. NASA. I thought you said NARS. I was like, the makeup company. You don't think your connection is romantic. It's opened a lot of emotion. What's the significance? Okay, my darling, I'm feeling like this deck, I'm going to stick on this deck because it feels like this deck is a friendly deck, but it's also like, it's not as blunt as the fifth spirit. It's a bit more of a hand-holdy deck. Do you know what I mean? It's like you've got your friend round for a cup of tea and a sliced bun, Aunt Sally. No, no one's going to get that reference. That's a Wurzel Gummidge reference from the 80s. Yeah. It's like you've got a friend round for a cup of tea and a piece of cake, and you're just having a nice, friendly, warm chat. This is what this deck is, right? If that makes sense. Oh, no problem at all, Holland. No problem at all. Right then, so let's have a wee look. And yes, so I was changing cameras. That's what I was doing. Changing cameras. So then, Wispy. Oh, I did press it. Oh no, I've gone too far. Hang on 1 second. Come on, Wispy. There you are. There's your music, my friend. Cleanse the space. Wispy's coming through. And we'll just bring the stone in. So I'm going to do the 6 as well, and we're going to do the inverted triangle. So we'll see what the root is at the end of it. Right. So Wispy, Anne's had a big heart opening experience with a friend, right? Lots of lovely sharing and caring and, you know, that lovely flow of energy from heart to heart. We've all been there. Some of us more recently than others, it's got to be said. But where you open up and you let someone in and you show them your vulnerability and they show you yours, theirs, you know what I mean? You show me yours, I'll show you mine in a nice way, not in a bits and bobs kind of way, if that makes sense, right? So let's have a look, Wispy. What is the connection? There's a lot of emotion there, but we're not sure whether the connection is romantical. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. It was a very slow open, wasn't it? That's probably due to the size of the cards. There's not a lot of, I can't open my hands that much further to let the cards drop with the deck this size, but we'll have a look. So then here we go, Wispy. Where you are now, we've got the 8 of coins. Okay. What you need to know. Ooh, Emperor energy. Why is that camera so wibbly? Right, there we go. That's better. That's better. And I'm probably going to need to bring that further up, aren't I? Yeah. I always forget these cards are so large. This is the opportunity. We've got the 3 of blades. And then the connective tissue. What connects the 8 and the Emperor? We've got the page of coins. What connects the Emperor to the 3 of blades? We've got the 9 of blades. Oh, right. And then at the very base, the Ace of Cups reversed. Right then, my darling. So let's have a look. Where you are now, we've got the 8 of coins reversed. This is what it looks like the right way up. We've got somebody with their tools learning a new trade. We've got this person in the background who is probably the teacher, because there is something to be said about the colors going on. So green is more earthy, more wooden, dealing with more wooden subjects. So it just feels like this is the teacher, this is the student. I might be wrong, but I just feel that's the vibe I get from the card. Also, he's given me David Baddiel energy. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why. Giving me David Baddiel energy. So the 8 of Coins is about working your bum off, right? And working really hard, working with your hands, but the task is not finished yet. You're still, there's almost an element of burning the candle at both ends to get this done, right? The 8s are about going on a journey to the 9. This is about work, career. So I do think there is a financial element here somewhere, whether that is with the heart to heart, whether that is with the problem. It feels very much like this is bizarrely, I think this is, okay, Wispy, what I've got in my head is this where we're going, because it feels like this is not, it feels like this person could be your guide or could be your teacher for something, Anne. Okay, Wispy, give it to me again. Give it to me again. Oh. I'm getting mentor and I'm getting guide, but not in the traditional sense. This is almost like a teacher role where this person's coming in and they're coming in to help, because this isn't your energy, it's reversed, right? But this isn't a negative reversal. This is absolutely, oh, come on, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Wispy, come on. It's like they're coming in. Oh, kindred spirit. Thank you, brain. Thank you. It's a kindred spirit. Right. So what this connection is, if Wispy's got it right, it was trying to give me this phrase and it wasn't connecting. So you know how, and I'll tell you how I got to it. I got it through a teacher. So I was seeing in my head this teacher that I went to school with, who basically was a science teacher. So I'm thinking teacher something else, but the kindred spirit thing comes in because this particular teacher I went up to one day and said, Mr. Kavanagh, not that I've forgotten his name ever, Brian Kavanagh. Mr. Kavanagh, could you tell me about quantum science? Because like I'm quite into Star Trek and I want to know about quantum mechanics because they're talking about it and I don't really understand and I don't really want to go and buy Brief History of Time. Can you give me an explanation? And he basically came back like 2 or 3 days later with 4-page beginners, basic, like kid level about what quantum mechanics was. And it was amazing, right? And the kindred spirit thing came in because it wasn't something that was on the syllabus, but it was something that he was interested in talking about and was also a little bit of a geeky, nerdy person with that sort of science. So this is what this feels like. It feels like your friend is on the same path as you, right? They're your tribe. So I don't think this is a romantic connection at all. Like we've got 1 cups, but I'll get to that. It feels like this is your tribe, right? They are one of your people. What you need to know, we've got the emperor, the decision maker, but the emperor isn't just about making decisions and the authority role. The emperor is also the one that brings his people with him. He is the one who is in charge, yes, but he is the leader of a massive amount of people. So it feels like your friend in a different life, in a different way, could be like a big cult leader. Do you know what I mean? They could be off, wearing robes in a I don't know, somewhere in a, what are they called? In a not a harem, anyway, they could be off doing something, right? Having lots of people with them, because the emperor is about leading. Now, normally with the emperor, the key words are about authority and all of that, but the emperor is actually about bringing people together. And although they're not voted for, although they are very authoritarian, the emperor is also that energy where, like in this case, it looks like a president, right? They are the people that are in control, but they only lead, they only have that by the people consenting. In the same in the UK, we've got a king, but the only reason that we've all got a king is because we all say he's the king. If everybody tomorrow said we don't want a king, a monarchy anymore, that would all crumble. And it's that sort of vibe that this person's giving. So this is in the what you need to know. I think this friend is someone who's gone through similar events to you and is going to lead you into this new direction, right? They are going to lead you this new direction, whether it's coping strategies for the emotions, whether it is literally sharing life experiences that is giving you a way to uplift yourself. They are bringing you forward. In the opportunity position, we've got the 3 of blades, so the 3 of swords. It came up earlier with the other deck. It is the heartbreak card, but this is about either recovering from heartbreak or moving beyond a heartbreak, or not having the heartbreak like destroy you. You can see in this case the blades are actually pins in a pin cushion, but the person is upset and crying. We've got the imp here again, this little sort of character on the sewing machine. Outside we got the bird and the cat. So there is a certain element going on in terms of conflict, because blades are struggles, challenges, but this is reversed. So it does say that I think your friend is helping you overcome whatever this heartache was, whatever these emotions were. So I don't think they're interested in the bumchakawawa. I don't think they're interested in you necessarily in that way at this moment. It doesn't mean things can't change, but it does feel like they're here to take you by the hand and to lead you, you know, into almost into recovery from whatever this heartbreak was. Now, the connective tissue between the 8 of coins, this sort of leader role, and the emperor, we've got the page of coins. So I think that this person could even be younger than you, right? Doesn't mean, or could be somehow connected to a younger person or younger energy. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are, you know, a lot younger than you, but it feels like they are in some ways more. No, maybe no, hang on, this is you are younger, right? Okay, thank you, Wispy. Wrong way round. You are the younger one here, right? Not in terms of age, but in terms of like whatever this experience is, you are going naive. Thank you, Wispy. This is the naivete of the page. It's not just youthfulness as in terms of, you know, being 10. It's about learning things in a new way. We can do that at any age, but this is that naivety, that innocence that comes with the page. Thank you, Wispy. Rather than the knight's kind of rebelliousness, it's the innocence with the page. And I think that it's this that is leading you forward. Now, there is a work element, so I don't know if this friend is from work. It feels like there is some sort of, because it's coins and because we've got the coins here, it does feel like there is some sort of work connection, but also not that it's like that's why they're your friend. You know what I mean? It's not like you're only ever going to see them in the workplace. Connecting the emperor to the 3 of blades, we've got the 9 of blades. So I think whatever this emotional issue is, you have been not just losing sleep, but you have been fucking sleepless nights after nightmares, after racking your brains, trying to find your own way through, trying to find your own solutions. And it feels very much like that is you've been stopped every which way. It's got to that time of night, you've had your sleeping pill, but then the cat's on top of you, and then, you know, everything, you're still wide awake because you've got the imp jumping around in your head. There's so much going on, right? And you're constantly reliving the negatives, and you're constantly going over things. And the thing with the 9 of blades or the 9 of swords is that it's kind of self-fulfilling. Once we start going through that, once we start in that negative pattern, it keeps getting worse. Because what we do is we keep going, oh, and then this happened, and then that made me feel crap, and because that, and then this happened, and that's why I'm so stupid, and then this happened, and oh, I'm so dumb, why did I even try that in the first place? And we start this loop in our heads, and it's like, I can't even fucking sleep. Well, if I was a normal person, I could sleep. And we do this in our own head, chat. And it feels like that is what the emperor, this friend, has been brought in to do. They are helping you clear this shit out, helping you try to relieve this constant natter in your brain. Now, the root of it is the Ace of Cups reversed. So this is a new connection with the ace. Aces are always about new beginnings, new starts. This cup here looks like a victory thing, so that vibe is very positive. It's a very like positive emotion. We've got the water in the background. As I always say, anytime you see a body of water in the tarot suit, it's about your emotions. So it does feel very emotional. It doesn't feel love. It does feel friendship. And again, because it's reversed, it's saying that I think you absolutely need this right now. You absolutely need this. This is like, you didn't want to open the floodgates, but once you did, my God, did it flood? Do you know what I mean? These emotions, this water flooded everywhere. And just to go through, because I know this has been a long reading, so we're going to look at the pathway, right? So we go from the 8 of coins, this working really hard, but now finding this mentor type image so that you can start to find a balance with this innocent energy that you brought to it, which is when we're innocent, we make mistakes. We don't know what we need to know. We don't know what we don't know even. So that's leading you down to this point of kind of getting to the point where you need to have a fresh start. You need to find a way forward, because it's not going to keep doing the same thing. Isn't going to work. But then we go up this road, and on the surface it looks negative, but it's not, because we've got this Emperor energy overriding. So we go up with the 9 of blades. I think this moment of shit, I need to do something differently. Now it's like, what the hell do I do? Where do I turn? What, you know, you're beating yourself up over this stuff. You're beating yourself up because you didn't know what you didn't know. And it's all of that going on, Anne. And now you're heading forward with the 3 of blades, the heartbreak card, but it's reversed. And that is recovery. That is giving yourself permission to heal, giving yourself permission to forgive yourself and other people around you if you choose to do it. You don't have to forgive everyone, right? But sometimes it's easier to forgive than it is to forget, certainly. And sometimes it's easier to forgive, to let that energy fuck off, than it is to carry that energy around with you. And the interesting thing that I find here is we've got the Emperor who is reaching out, and opposite the Emperor, we've got the Ace of Cups, which is a new start emotionally, but one that you don't really want to go on. So I think this friend is absolutely, I get the vibe of not interested romantically. There's no romantic connection here at all, but it feels like this friend is offering you the hand to lead you out of the shit that you found yourself in. Do you know what I mean? It really does feel very positive. Sometimes in life we meet people. I'm very lucky that through hook or by crook, design or by sheer stupid luck, I have managed to find people in my life that are bloody wonderful. The mods on here, you know, my handful of friends, I've only got a few friends, but they're all bloody amazing people. My other half, even, you know, family members that have been out of my life for a long time that come back in. I am very, very, very fortunate to have those people. And at various times, those people weren't in my life. And this feels very much like this new friend, this new connection is going to be one of those people that even if you don't speak to every day, you might not speak to this person for 2 months, but you'll pick back up, and it's that instant strong connection of kindred spirit. Like meets like, they're your tribe. And hopefully, my darling, that helps. I don't know how long that reading was. I feel like I've been talking to you for absolutely ages, my darling, and it actually feels like I'm here with you having a proper old chat. So yeah, I really do hope that helps. Oh, hang on. Holland, you didn't need to do that, my darling, but thank you ever so much. Thank you. You didn't need to do that. Would you like a reading, my darling? Thank you. You work on a project together, coins, but really aren't all that close. So it was a bit bizarre, but it feels like I've processed a lot of old hurt since your conversation. Absolutely. Turning that three of swords round. Hurt that had nothing to do with him, obviously. Absolutely. This person feels like a good friend, not a romantic bed buddy. Not yet. Doesn't mean it can't develop down that road, but it feels like at the moment he's I'm about to sing again. He's come into your life. No, what is it? I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know that I'm something, the person I am because I knew you. It's from Wicked, and that's really, I realized halfway through that I wasn't in tune. But anyway, that is what it feels like, right? It feels like this person is coming to your life to help you and to help you learn. And I hope that gives you a bit more of a clear idea about their vibe. I don't think there's a physical boom chicka wow connection on the way, but it doesn't mean that those things can't develop after a romantic connection or a heartfelt connection. You'll be very surprised. Anyway, I hope that helps, my darling. Thank you very much. And I hope to see you again on the channel very soon. Thank you, Holland. You are ever so kind, but thank you ever so much. And we will have a lovely, relaxing time. I'm looking forward to the next couple of days. I really am. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to it. Well, I could, but I'll be here for another 45 minutes and we've got more tarot readings to do. So then that is the cue. If you would like a tarot reading, please go ahead. Put your question into the live chat, starting with the word question, or send it as a super chat. A super chat. I don't know. Does that work, mods? Does that work? Am I gonna have to sing that every bloody time? If you want your reading right now, do a super chat. Do a super chat. I don't know if that works. If not, go ahead and put your question in the live chat, starting with the word. I sing badly on the interwebs. Put it in the live chat, starting with the word question, and I will grab one of those at random. Indeed. What will your card say? What will your card say? What will your card say? Right. Once again, we've got two questions in. Ed, Jameen, you want a reading, my darling? Okie dokie. Give me a shout at like 1:45, something around then, and we'll do one. So then this time round, I've picked the fire talisman. So Janice Kath, you will be the fire symbol, the head, if you like, that one there. And Peacock Rainbow Flower Beauty. See what you did there. Peacock Rainbow Flower Beauty, you will be the symbol which says Witch Casket Fire. So then we'll spin the talisman. We'll toss the talisman. Toss the talisman. I don't know where that's come from, but it makes me giggle every time. Because, you know, I am a smutty teenager at heart. Why is that like, right? Oh gosh, I really did mess that up, didn't I? I really did mess that up. Nanette, you had to go off to make a call. No problem, my darling. I hope everything is good. Not gooder. That's cheese. I hope everything is good. Gooderer. Much betterer. Yeah. More goodest. They are words, honestly. I speak proper English like what I does, yeah? Right then. So this way up, it was Janice Keith. Words way up, it is Peacock Rainbow Flower Beauty. So we always toss it with the symbol upright, and symbol upright it is. You're not having much luck tonight, Peacock. Peacock Flower Rainbow, Peacock Beauty Flower Rainbow Peacocks. Janice, let me have a look at your question. Right then, what are, hang on, I can't see it till it's in that one. There we go. What are Claudio's intentions towards you? Towards you tonight. He told you he wanted to go out past 12 a.m. Okay. Wispy. First of all, we cleanse the energy. Wispy. Janice Caff would like to know, what are Claudio's intentions towards her tonight? He told Janice that Claudio wants to go out past 12 a.m. Thanks a lot. So what do we want? This is a 3-card reading, so we'll do the situation. we'll just do the same reading, I think, Wispy, where you are, what you need to know, and what the opportunity is. Right. So then, listen, if the tarot cards come up and say proposal, act surprised. I'm not saying it is, but if that comes up, right, then you've got to go, oh my God, I'm so shocked. If it's that, you know, he just wants to open his Christmas presents and hoping that, you know, you'll be under the tree with a bow on certain body parts, then you know, that might also be the thing, right? So I am not responsible for anything, any surprises being broken or spoil or anything like that, right? Just got to say that you are responsible for all of your decisions in your own life. But let's have a look and see. So then, Wispy, what does Claudio want to do after midnight? Oh gosh, hang on, everybody. We're having some more tech issues. Don't worry. Tomorrow I will be putting in the new computer and then testing it all and making sure. Come on, camera. Stop doing that. That will all be happening tomorrow. This laptop knows its days are numbered. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Right then. So where you are now, Janice, the Two of Cups reversed. Right. What you need to know. The Eight of Coins reversed. Okay. And the opportunity is the Six of Coins reversed. Okay. Right then. So the Two of Cups. You've heard me say it many a time on this channel. Where you are now, the Two of Cups. So have you and Claudio been in a relationship? Are you currently in a relationship? Because it feels like when we get the Two of Cups upright, it's two becomes one. It's two people blending. So blending families, blending souls, blending spirits, blending into one joint thing, right? So it means like two become one. However, when it's reversed, it can quite often be talking about a separation, or it could be talking about, you know, people going this way. Does that make sense? Like a disconnect. So if you are currently disconnected, then it definitely feels like that's where you are. Do you know what I mean? It definitely feels like there is that. How can I put it? I don't want to say rivalry, but right, Wispy. Why am I getting images in my head of Alexis and I can't remember what were the two characters in Crystal. There we go. I think that's Dynasty. Alexis Colby Carrington, and Crystal, whatever her name was, Colby Carrington, whatever that name anyway, right? So it's like two people who are linked, but you're somehow rivals. So it's like two sides of the same coin. So this Two of Cups, it isn't. Oh, what? Frenemies. Does that make sense? It's like two sides of the same coin. It's like you're very similar types of person, but that connection between you isn't romantic in a way. I don't get it. I don't know quite where that's coming in, but it feels like whatever this connection is, it's a bit twisted. It feels a bit twisted. It really does feel like the connection has done that somehow, and it really does feel like frenemies. I'm picking up a vibe. Wispy, right? Wispy, make it simple because it's been a long ass week and I'm tired. So make it simple, Wispy. Give me an image. Sorry, I just realized I slept my coffee without muting the microphone. I don't think it's a friends with benefits situation. I mean, it could be a friends with benefits situation where one's got more feelings than the other. I don't get what this connection is. Right. Okay. Time to pull another card. Wispy, we are bringing in the vice versa deck. Let's get some clarity. Oh, hang on. Sorry, me other camera froze. I'm going to try and bring it back in. No, it's not wanting to work. It's not wanting. Oh, it's died completely. Right. Okay. Hopefully you can all still see and hear me. Let me. Oh, God. Why would you do that now? Why now? Right. It looks like we're back. Oh, stop it. There we go. Right. Gosh. Right. Vice versa. Let's have a look. I think there's a disconnect here, right? Where it's almost like you're in the friend zone, but he wants out of the friend zone, but you're like, nope, you're just a friend. Like, you're just a mate. You're just a friend. I don't want anything else. You're just, you're a good friend and we can talk and all of that stuff. And it feels like that's what this is. But that's where this reversal is coming in, because it's like two become one. One of you wants two to become one and one of you wants two to be two. Does that make sense? I think that's where we're headed with this. Whisper, I'm going to pull two cards. Wispy. We want clarification. Right, I've got my eyes shut. Let's pull. Let's cover that top up so I can't see either. Oh, gosh, hang on. I've just thrown. I'll pick that one up. I've just thrown the card across the room. Right, then, let's have a look. So we've got the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Right, what? So I said frenemies. There is definitely a challenge here. My darling, because we've got the Page of Swords is a youthful energy. It's a challenge. It's a hurdle, but it's somebody coming in completely naive, right? So I don't know whether he's either very young or very naive. I think he's got a crush on you. I think he's got a crush, right? And I think he's going to reveal it tonight. Because we've got this new start, new beginning, new challenge, right? I think he's got a crush. I think he's coming in with this youthful energy that you don't feel, because we've got the two reverse. So you don't feel this like, oh, hi, you make my heart flutter. I don't think he does that for you, right? I really don't. But you do it for him, right? And that's where this is coming in. And that's what this challenge is. And I think this Ace of Swords, this new complication, I think that is what this is. That's what that is all about. He's got a crush. Right, so if that's where you are, what you need to know, the Eight of Coins, keep it purely what I don't know. Yeah, he told you what's that. Do you work together? Because these two are both work cards. So I don't know whether you work together, because if so, the 8 here is talking about keeping it very much not going to that 9. Do not take that step towards the 9, right? Keep it in the workplace. 8s are always about looking for the step towards the 9. How do you get to the 9 of whatever the suit is? So this 8 being reversed is saying, no, just keep everything right where it is. Keep everything in that sort of vibe, right? It's yeah, keep everything in that vibe, right? If it's not a work thing, if it's a financial thing, keep things separate, keep things oh, hang on, Wispy, keep things grounded, right? Keep things grounded. God, Jesus, right? Coins is Pentacles is earth energy, right? Keep it grounded, keep things down on the down low. Do not move forward into the 9, right? Whatever this connection is between you, you don't want it to grow, because the Pentacles, which is what the coins are based on, Pentacles is that earth energy element, right? And that's all about growing things, planting seeds for the future. It's all that nurturing. This is like, do not nurture this, right? Do not nurture this. I don't know why, but it's saying that you don't want to take the next step. You don't want to find that next step. You don't want to grow. I think it's saying that you don't want to give him, lead him along, that sort of vibe, right? You don't want to give him false hope. You don't want to give him, if you don't fancy him, which I'm sure by this you don't, he's got a crush on you, not the other way around, right? Don't give him any idea. Don't give him any kind of hope for something, whether it's a shag or a romance, because quite frankly, I think it will feed into this crush and it could go a bit wibbly, because we've also got the opportunity card and we've got the 6 of coins reversed. So keep it public, right? Keep it public. 6 of coins is about helping out. It's about charity. It's about sharing the wealth, sharing, anything you've got together, sharing that life, helping bring people up. This is reversed. Don't do it, right? The opportunity is to not give him that hope, not give him that element of, well, we'll see how things go. Things could do this and things could do that. It's like, don't have conversations where you're like, so then what do you want to do in 5 years time? Where do you see yourself in 2030? What would you like? Oh, it's the new year. What are your New Year's resolutions going to be? Where do you want to be at the end of the year? Don't do anything like that, which can open up to the conversation of, well, ideally, at the end of next year, we'll be celebrating our first anniversary of when we got together or whatever, right? You don't want that conversation, because this feels very, very one-sided. All of these cards are telling me it's very, very one-sided, right? So you don't want to give them any false hope, any element of that, because yeah, it's just not. Does that make sense? I hope that makes some sense. I'm going to come into I'm going to swap the camera over and come in the live in a second, come back onto the chat. I mean, because I'm in the live now, because that is how I am, talking and conversing. But it really does feel, I don't want to say that he's kind of, I don't want to say that he is stalkerish, and there's absolutely nothing to say that he is stalkerish, but, and remember what they say in counseling, everything before the but is bullshit, but there is a certain vibe here where if I'm right and he's got feelings for you and you haven't got feelings for him in that way, right? And you give him a hint, and particularly because he said he wants to be out with you until after midnight, the last thing you want is for that clock to strike this connection is dodgy as all hell. The last thing you want is to get to midnight and for him to then go, let's have a Christmas snog, or let's have a Christmas, look at me, come back to mine, I pulled the right cracker, or whatever he's going to say, right? You don't want that. So I think if that's the situation and you don't want it, you have to make it abundantly clear. And I do apologize, my system keeps jumping up and down. The last USB device is now not functioning. Is that the camera? That's useful. Right, let me have a look in the live stream. So, Janice Caff, yeah, I don't want to give him the wrong idea. No, that's why I told him I don't want to have kids at all. Oh, don't do that conversation if you don't want to be with him, so that he understands there's no way we're having a long-term relationship. Okay. He's in the correct. So star signs, I don't mean anything to me. I don't follow astrology, never have done, never will do. It's just like another language. Oh, sorry, Ed, was I waffling? You don't work together. It's the effort then. It's that future growth. Hang on. I don't think a committed long-term relationship will work because of the kids thing. What's this kids thing? You can see me. We're friends, but he gets jealous of other men. No, he's into you. He's into you. A few days ago, we spoke about if I want to have kids, he wants to. Oh my God, the poor guy. Right. So he is into you. He wants a relationship. He wants long-term, put a ring on it, kids, white picket fence, all of that stuff. He is into you, my darling. He is absolutely into you. Oh my God. What has he got planned for Christmas Day? Maybe the way out of it is just to either basically say, oh, but you don't want to break his heart on Christmas, do you? Maybe throughout the evening, if you're going out later, maybe throughout the evening, just keep saying, oh, I'm so glad we're friends, and leave it at that. Like, drop all the friend hints. Yeah. Wow. Right. Okay. Yeah, maybe not go out with him tonight. I mean, just you could always do that. I'm feeling a bit poorly, but then he'll say, well, I can come around and look after you. Maybe just drop a hint and say it's very much friends, something like that. Yeah. He's very into you. He's got it bad. He's got it bad. You shouldn't be such hot stuff, you see, Janice. That's what it is. Obviously, you're like, what is it they say? A cutie patootie. Is that right? I think that's the saying. You're a cutie patootie. You're obviously like, he's into empowered people, and you're obviously a fine, upstanding, empowered person who makes their own decisions in their life, and he finds that so attractive. And you're obviously on fleek. I know, right? I'm down with the kids. I'm down with the kids. I don't know what any of that means. I'm too bloody old. Oh gosh, right. Oh my God, I've got cramp. Sorry, everybody. Oh, sorry, I just had cramp. That was really bad. Right, okie dokie. So then let's go on with I'm going to open a round. We'll do another quick reading. Oh, hang on. Rodrigo Maya Weber. Good evening to you, my darling. We are thank you, Patricia. I'm about to open a round. So if you would like a tarot reading, all you need to do is put your question into the live chat, starting with the word question, and I will go ahead and pick one of those at random. If you aren't selected, please select and copy your question, and then when I open up another round, you might get a chance to paste it in for the next time. Don't forget, if you want to, you can guarantee your reading by sending a do a super chat. Do a super chat. That's too long. I'm gonna workshop it over Christmas. So yes, if that's what you want to do, if you want to guarantee your reading is next, send it as a super chat. This will be the last one this evening, so because I've got the lovely Ed up next. So if you want to get in there just beforehand, go ahead, put your question in the live stream. Question in the live stream, starting with the word question, and I will get it to you as soon as I can. Pick one of them, or you know what I'm trying to say. This. Right then, I do apologize, everybody. My worms are not coming out right today, are they? I am really mispronunciating my words, pispronunciating them. Right, so we've got lots of. Okay, Ed, thank you, my darling. I will do that in a second. Right, we've got lots of questions in. So, Rodrigo, I wasn't asking for money. I was saying put your question in the live chat starting with the word question. So let me have a look. Did anybody do that? Nope. Right. Okay. So it looks like we've got, hang on. SB's put the question in twice. Don't put the question in more than once, SB. It doesn't help. So I've got 1, 2, 1. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. 3 questions in. So I will do this hovering. So I'm moving the mouse up and down. Got my eyes shut. This one. Oh, Nanette. I think I am doing a New Year's stream. Yes, I think so. I don't know yet. I'm not doing Boxing Day, so I'm not doing Tuesday. I'm doing Thursday instead this week. Right, here we go. Clicking on this one. Is this a reading? Yes, it is. This is a question. Right. So here we go. SB. So yeah, I think I'm doing Thursday, and then I think I'll be doing that one. What is Desikan's next actions towards you? You're helpless, not sure what to do. Well, not too sure what to expect or do. Okay, my darling, we'll bring Wispy in. Let's hope the camera is connecting. No, right. Okay. This is the last one I'm doing. Yep, Faridi, thank you very much. Sorry, my darling. Good evening to you. Right, so I've got 3. I'm going to have to do it like we used to in the old days before we had 2 cameras, because that camera has decided to disconnect itself and there's nothing I can do. So then, 3 cards. Wispy. Sorry, I'm going to shuffle again. Wispy. SB would like to know, what is Desikan's actions towards them? What is Desikan or Desikan? I won't be taking more questions. No, Paridi, this is the last question. What are Desikan's next feelings and actions towards SB? SB's helpless and not sure what to expect. Okie dokie. Right then. So, Wispy, we'll do the cut. Oh gosh, it doesn't want to drop. They don't want to drop, but that's going to be the cut. They don't want to drop my side. I don't know why. I've never had that happen. Right then. So where you are, what you need to know, and what the opportunity is. Where you are, what you need to know, what the opportunity is. Again, all reverse, lots of reversal cards. So where you are, can somebody please tell Paridi that I won't be taking any more questions? I've got 1 for Ed and that's it. So where you are, Queen of Coins. I don't know whether you can see that. There you are, look. So the Queen of Coins, SB. Desikan's next actions, they're all reversed. Queen of Coins is where you are now. I think this is, and it's reversed. So I think there is an element here about this nurturing thing, this financial nurturing energy that's coming in. Now, for me, this is almost, as I said earlier, it's a lot like the Empress. So this energy that's coming through with this card, it feels very much almost like you're a bit of a meal ticket. Does that make sense? It's like you're seen as somebody who will look after them in some sort of way, whether that is just financially or whether that is a case of like looking after cooking and cleaning and, you know, doing those things, because it is reversed. I know I'm struggling to show all these cards now. But yeah, so that's what it feels like. It feels like that's how they see you. You're asking what their actions are. I think that's where this is coming from. In the what you need to know, we've got the King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands coming up in the what you need to know. Wands are all about confidence and security, self-esteem. All of those are really positive traits. The Kings are about people that are really confident, okay, really, really outgoing, really sure of themselves, very much like Emperor energy. But this card came up reversed, and it's in the what you need to know. I think this Desikan, I think he's got a bit of a, he's the man, he's like the boss person. I think that there's a certain like alpha male type vibe about this person. And I think that the negative thing about the King of Wands is that they can be quite controlling. When the King of Wands is reversed, especially in the what you need to know, it's a bit of a red light warning. And it's a little bit of a be careful, because this person is absolutely determined to get their way. And it comes in with arrogance, and it comes in with sort of all of that, their way or the highway. Like he will expect you to do what he says, even if you don't want to do it. He still expects to get his way. That's what comes in with the King of Wands reversed, right? And this is in the what you need to know. So be bloody careful. If this is somebody that's in your life that you want in your life, be careful, because the cards are saying, look, he's going to try and control it. He's going to try and control it. Oh no, we have got Jesus. Right. What did I just say? Oh my God. Right. I've just seen. So we have got a major card. This was in the opportunity position, right? And it's the Empress reversed. So that is my favorite card in the deck, right? So the Empress normally looks a lot like this, out in the cornfields. It's talking about money. It's talking about nurturing. This is also reversed. When the Empress is reversed, it's talking about not having that family connection, or having that family connection being imposed. I wouldn't be surprised if with these two cards, either side, I mean, literally, you've got like they're echoes of each other. The Empress and the Queen of Wands, coins, sorry, are echoes of each other, because you've got the nurturing financial element coming in with the Queen and the coins, and you've got the nurturing financial element coming in with the Empress. So there's both abundance in both. There's family connections in both. I think either he's after your money or he's after your womb. Basically, he either wants to have kids with you and wants you to raise them and do all the work and basically be the perfect wife, or if you're better off financially than he is, he wants that. Either way, all three cards are reversed, which is negative. All three cards are kind of in this position. They're all a little bit warning. So if this is not somebody that you want to have kids with, it depends how you are, SB, right? Let's be honest. Some people really like a dominant partner, right? They like their partner to be the one that makes the decisions and they do what they're told. Some people like that. And if that's you, if you like being the person that says, okay, we'll do that, and not having to put much personal input into a relationship, then that's great. Go for it. This feels like the perfect guy for you. If, however, you want a 50-50 partnership split, if you want both of your opinions to have the same weight, both of your views to have the same weight, doesn't matter whether you agree with everything, but you want there to be a mutual understanding or mutual let's agree to disagree type thing. If that is what you want, this feels like the wrong guy, because this feels like the sort of guy that is absolutely 100% his way or the highway. And I hope that helps, my darling. I really do. Right then, Ed, the last reading tonight, everybody, is for our wonderful moderator, Ed. Ed wants a general reading. Ed, do you want an inverted triangle or do you want a horseshoe? Let me know in the comments while I do the shuffling. Oh God, how am I going to hold up a... How am I going to hold that up? Hang on. If I... Right, bear with me, everybody. It might go a bit wibbly. Oh, not like that. Bear with. Everything is still on. Right. Okay. Let me see if I can get the webcam on. It's on. Hurrah. Right then, Ed, a horseshoe or a 6-card inverted triangle? Horseshoe for Ed. Right. Fabulous. Fabulous. I'm so glad that the cam came on, because holding up 7 cards would be tough. Right then, let's have a look. So then, Wispy. By the way, hang on. Sorry, Wispy. Sorry to interrupt. If you haven't done already, please do hit that subscribe button and ding your bell so that YouTube lets you know each and every time I upload a video. So do hit the subscribe, do hit the like button if you haven't done already. That would be really wonderful. It helps us out no end. Right then, we've done the cleanse. Wispy. Sorry, I had to get that in there. Wispy, Ed would like a general reading. What is to come for our lovely Ed? What is to come? Where are we headed into 2024? That's what it feels like, doesn't it? 2024. Where are we headed into 2024 for the lovely Ed? Let's have a look. Well, first of all, Ed, we know that we've got some funky jumpers to come. I know, right? Funky jumpers. And then we do the drop. See, look, this one drops. Why? I don't understand why that other reading didn't drop properly. Adds more to the negativity there, doesn't it, SB? Right, let's have a look. So we go past, present. Oh, have I got enough space? Yeah, we have. Past, present, the influence, the challenge, the awareness of others. We have the advice. Ooh, and we have the outcome. So first of all, there's no major arcanas. Again, it's been a very lacking in major arcana day today, hasn't it? Let me just see if I can bring this slightly further over. There we go. Hopefully you can see all of the cards. So then in the past position, we've got the Two of Wands, right? Confidence, outgoing, a little bit of performance here, a little bit of being out there and putting yourself out there and wanting to do that. Now, again, twos very much are about couples or about friendship partners, things like that. But this is reverse. So it does feel very much like, oh my God. Okay. It does feel much like your confidence because of the wands was hit because of this lack of two. You know exactly what I'm talking about with this one, right? The thing that never was but could have been. I think that this is saying absolutely wrecked your confidence, and which is really sad. But I honestly believe that you're going to bounce back, right? You are going to bounce back. I think you're going to learn some lessons because this is as I say, in the past now, and you can't do anything about it. You've just got to be able to move on. It does feel like you've already started that journey, to be honest, because we've got, again, the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups, again, is talking about this way up. I think you have realized the two cups that have fallen, the thing that never happened. I think you're looking at the positives. So yes, you didn't get the lovely happy ever after, but what you did get is the experience. What you did get is, you know, feeling that connection, and that actually moving forward, you're better off for having gone through that than if you hadn't, if that makes sense. And that honestly feels like that is the way for you to move forward, because it feels like as long as you keep in mind all of the lovely positives, all of the, you know, the hard lessons, because you can see this person is really sort of a bit struggling with things, but those lessons have been learned, and you have got this fact of you're better off. And yeah, it was a negative, but you are better off than had that none of this had happened, right? And that, I think this is both true of the romantic connection that happened or didn't, and also the other person that you lost work-wise. I think that both of these situations knocked your confidence. Both of these situations really made you, like, it felt like you were taking a major step backwards. But actually in both situations, I think what you've got out of the experience long term is going to help, if that makes sense. In terms of the influence, we've got the Six of Wands. So again, Wands is about confidence, self-esteem, how you see yourself. Sixes are about how you see yourself amongst your tribe, amongst your people in the community. And I think that this is talking about even sort of like within the workplace. I think you feel that again, be careful what you say on the interwebs because it's out there for life. But I honestly think that there is an element here. Hang on, I need to just, I was going to try and play something. I'm just going to pause this 1 second. There you go. Sorry, I needed a slurp of my coffee. I think that your confidence in terms of where you fit has been severely knocked, but probably by both of those people, to be honest, and by both of those experiences. And it feels very much like for you, your confidence increased when you had this job and when you were around all these people. But the thing is, like, you've got this experience, you found a place where you fit in. If things can move forward with the organization into 2024, which I hope they will, there's nothing else work related here, but if they do, I think you've absolutely found your place. If not, if the worst was to happen and the organization wasn't going to have, you know, be sustainable long term or whatever, I think that you do have the confidence to move forward into other positions. I could see you doing things in a very similar way with many other organizations, particularly one in the building where we first met. Like, you could be doing lots of stuff with them. There's lots of opportunities in third sector for you to go into and have an amazing career. But the influence here, I think you only see yourself as having confidence in that particular role you're in now. And I think that's wrong. Personally, I think you've got lots of skills and lots of abilities and confidence that you can transfer to many other third sector and beyond careers and experiences. I honestly do. In the challenge, now this is interesting in the challenge position, because you've got the 8 of Cups. How do you move forward emotionally into the 9? That is the challenge. And I think this is really talking about, because this is reversed, it's like, I don't think you want to kind of move on in a way. I think that is going to be the challenge. It's like you want the question of how to get over things and how to move on emotionally, but also I think that there's a certain amount of not being ready for that yet. Does that make sense? I'm going to do something I don't do. I'm going to pop the I've popped the live chat on. Oh, Neen's here. Good evening, Neen. Don't get notifications. You don't get notifications? Damn it. Hit the subscribe and then change your settings to all on the little bell thing. Click on it and then change it to all rather than individual or whatever it is. But normally each and every Sunday evening and Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. UK time, except this week coming, I'm not going to be on Boxing Day on the 26th. I'm going to be on Thursday instead. Right. In the way that other people see you, we've got the 10 of Cups. I believe I picked it up and just passed it. I believe this was upright. Did somebody see, was this upright? I think it was, because I remember seeing the rainbow. I got distracted, and that's always a bad thing. Right. I think other people see you as being super cheery all the time. Cheery Ed, happy Ed, cheery Ed, happy cheery, happy cheery. That isn't true. Right? But I think you're very good at putting on that positive vibe, that positive mask, that happy face. It was up front. Thank you, Nanette. I think that you are very good at doing that. And people see that. They don't necessarily see behind it. Some of us do. Some of us that have known you for a while can see behind it. But unfortunately, I think that because people just see you as smiley, happy Ed, they don't reach out when you need people to reach out. Right? Which means that you need to be the one that reaches out, which is completely anathema of the way it's supposed to be. But I think, honestly, if you're going through a shit time, reach out to people and tell them, I could do with a chat, I could do with a coffee. Literally, like, say that to your friends, say that to your workmates, because I think they're not going to realize, my darling, when you're going through those tough times, because you're so used to just putting on the Ed mask, happy joy, funny. Do you know what I mean? In the advice, we've got the King of Blades, King of Swords, King of Challenges. Now, I think this is talking about, hang on one second, sorry. Again, anyway, I think this is about you being confident enough to confront people, right? Because this is the advice. So whether this is the boss at work, whether this is other people, I think you need to be a little bit more okay with confronting people and with, oh, there's a word that's not confronting. What is the word? Oh, yeah, confrontation, right? I think you need to be okay, thank you, Wispy. I think you need to stand up for yourself. That's what Wispy's just given me. So you need to be able to, in certain situations, say, actually, no, actually, I need help, right? I know I'm all smiley, but actually, I need more help than I'm getting. Or actually, I need not to be doing X, Y, Z that you're telling me I need to be doing. Do you know what I mean? You need to be able to have that confidence back over here to stand up and actually say that you want things to happen in a particular way, whether that is a new career, whether that's a new romance, whether that's a new whatever, right? You have to be able to say, I want this, even though for you that's a big challenge. Admitting that there is something you're after, admitting and standing up and saying, actually, I'm not going to do this because I want to do this. I think that is something that is going to be quite difficult for you to do, but I also think it's something that you absolutely need to do. Put your needs front and center. Bugger everybody else's, let them find their way. Put your needs front and center. That is what you need to do. And in the outcome position, we've got the Queen of Wands. You are going to turn into a Taiwanese lady in a fireworks show who's a conductress. I don't know why I think Taiwanese, but I think there's something about this flower. I don't know why. But anyway, you're going to turn into a conductress. I don't mean that. I don't mean you're going to be a conductress, but it does feel so. Queen of Wands, confidence. The Queen energy is that nurturing, comforting, caring energy. Ignore the gender on it. It's bullshit, but that's kind of what the Queen gives. We've got the fireworks. So there's a certain amount of standing up, putting yourself out there, being seen, being public. But also the important thing here is look how happy this person is. Look how confident they are. They are bringing the whole orchestra with them. They are leading. They are guiding from the front. Yes, they've got, they've all got sheet music. So they're following music, but they're not just randomly, you play this and you play that and we're all at different time and different speeds. She's conducting them. She's leading them. She's taking them with her. And we've got this massive sort of celebration around it, right? Translate this into your life, Ed. This is saying not just put your needs first, stand up for yourself, but also accept that you are bloody good at what you do and you are able to bring people with you on your journey and bring people up and help and uplift others in a way that deserves being celebrated. You deserve to be in the spotlight, to have your recognition. You might not feel that right now because you're in this position over here, but you absolutely have this in your cards. You've just got to find that strength, put yourself first, speak highly of yourself, speak well of yourself, see yourself as other people see you, because I think you put yourself down far more than you should. And this is the outcome. I think, I don't know whether there is unfortunately with what happened with your boss, I don't know whether there is a scope for you to move into that role or for you to, the next person steps into that role, you step up to there. It feels very much like next year is going to be about your journey into being in the forefront, being seen as the leader, as bringing other people with you, as bringing the confident person that is able to not only deal with a lot of people watching, but also to bring a lot of people with you in that way and keep everybody on track, whether that is a leadership role at work, whether that is something outside of work. It feels fucking great. And this is upright. This is in the outcome. I think this is the message that you need to hear right now, Ed. I think, seriously, my friend, I think you need to be able to step up and believe in yourself. You've done so much this last 12 months. You've gone through so much. You've achieved so much, right? I think next year is going to start paying off. You're going to get recognition of those achievements. And each time that's going to drive your confidence forward. And I think next year is all about you, my friend. I really, really, really do. And hopefully that helps. I'm sorry we've gone over time, everybody. But my God, Ed, it feels really positive for you. It really feels really like a lovely, lovely time coming up for you in 2024. And I cannot say enough how much you deserve all the praise and recognition that it looks like it's going to come your way, my darling. I really, 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 honestly think that it's going to be a much better year. Maybe not in the first couple of months, but I think you are going to come out of 2024 with more achievements and more positivity than you can even imagine right now, my friend. I really, really, really do. And again, even if it's not this job role you're in now, you've got very, very highly sought after skills and abilities that you have honed. And I think you are going to be in demand. You've just got to stand up and believe it. Because I know all of us believe it. You've just got to see that for yourself. And that is the last reading today, everybody. I am so, so grateful that y'all came with us on this journey this year. I know I'm here on Thursday, but if you can't make it on Thursday evening, thank you so much for joining us on the live streams. Thank you so much to all of the moderators for being such wonderfully generous human beings and helping me out and allowing me to do this silly thing that I do on the interwebs every week, twice a week, 7 p.m. UK time. Got to get the plug in. Ding. And yes, I will be back on Thursday, the 28th of January. So no stream on Tuesday. I'm back on Thursday at 7 p.m. UK time. And then I'm back to my regular Tuesday, Sunday, Sunday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Sunday, Sunday, Tuesday schedule. So that does mean I will be on New Year's Eve. Might not be on all the way through till 9 o'clock so that the mods can go and have a sweet sherry or a shandy. And if we don't have mods on Thursday, that's absolutely fine. I will struggle and I'll go through it. I might teach Jay how to boot people off for being assholes. But thank you so much. You sent a link to WhatsApp on Instagram. I've got WhatsApp. Okay, I'll have a look, Nanette. And you need to let me know when we're going live on your channel. So thank you, everybody. Listen, as I said at the beginning, happy Hanukkah if you are celebrating. Happy Christmas if you are celebrating. Happy Yule if you celebrated. Belated happy Yule. Happy solstice if you celebrated. Happy Kwanzaa. I know that's around the corner. So whatever you are celebrating, have celebrated. And even if it's just a happy December 25th, whatever you are doing, I hope to see you again very, very, very soon. And I hope you have a lovely, amazing few days until we're back together on Thursday. Absolutely no problem, Ed. As I keep saying, we need to get together for coffee. I will be coming over to that place where you does live at some point, probably February, because January looks like it's going to be snowing most of the month. I don't do well in the snow anymore. If I can fall off a bloody chair in the chemist and fall and hit my head and bang my knee, then I can definitely slip on some snow and some ice. So yeah, it might have to be February when it starts thawing, but we will absolutely be doing coffee. The coffee's on me. So anyway, thank you everybody for being here. I wish you nothing but the very, very happiest of seasons, whatever you celebrate, even if tomorrow all you've got planned is a nice cup of coffee, opening up a tin of biscuits and sit and pigging out. Have a bloody wonderful time, and I will see you on Thursday. And if I don't see you beforehand, Happy New Year for 2024. But I'll probably see you on Thursday or Sunday. But that is going to be it for me. And as always, here are the list of some wonderful, wonderful people. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Stay you, stay true, stay authentic. And I'll catch you on the next one, which is Thursday. Bye.